The Dinosaur Hunter.
Looking forward to it.
Enjoy.
Are we good to go? Nice. I'm gonna give the countdown. Are you pressed the button?
This one?
I think so.
All right.
And 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, welcome everybody. This game is Turok Dinosaur Hunter, the remastered version from 2015. Right? Right.
Yes, that is correct.
My name's Mageikk. I'm your runner, and
I am
my
Rose
right
Kaze.
is Growth Kaze. Yeah, in this first level there's a lot of stuff going on, but most of it is not that important, so we're not gonna talk about everything. The first thing we're gonna notice is me running diagonally all the time. We call that Strafe Running, and it's just faster because the game does not create a new movement out of the multiple inputs you do. You basically move forward and sideways at the same time. Yeah, next important thing would be weapons. You will see a lot, which are our two hidden gems, the knife and the bow. And reason for that, oh, this is not good. Okay, works out fine. This wall is not your friend as a runner. Those two weapons are in theory very weak, but have both one mechanic which allows them to kill any enemy that is not a boss in one hit. Maybe you want to explain how those two weapons work?
All right. So first off, we have the knife, which works in a very simple way that if you go behind any enemy and you hit them in the back, this counts for like any enemy that isn't a boss or a robot. You will kill it effectively in one hit. And the bow has a similar function, but it only works with the regular arrows. So normally if you play this, you'll see that regular arrows are really bad. But if you charge them for 2 seconds, somewhere around that area, it's not exactly 2 seconds, and you fire them at any enemy that isn't a boss or a robot, you will also instantly kill the enemy, regardless of its health.
Another thing you might have noticed, I killed one enemy and this one as well, even though it was not really necessary. Reason for that is I need the grenades for the second boss in this game. Up to the point where we meet this boss, we will have to collect 5 single grenades from enemies. And usually an enemy that has a grenade will drop it, but it might happen that drop it down somewhere we can't reach it, or that they give us a long death animation. So it's best to get the 5 grenades as soon as possible. So maybe, apart from speedrun, what is the general goal? How do you beat this game? Maybe you want to talk about that.
All right, so to beat this game, you have to go through every single level in the game and collect keys. These keys are used to unlock the next level. So right now he's collecting keys to open up level 2 and level 3. And you can do them in any order you want. For this specific run though, we're gonna do level 2 first.
Doing level 2 first is actually kind of a last-minute change, because we switched the versions we're running on. This is not the fastest version, which would be 1.1, because it has a very fast glitch.
Yeah.
But we encountered some graphical problems that we do not want to have you see. You don't want to see that, believe me.
You really don't.
So yeah, we're also testing my adaptation ability right now, which means I have to go to the right now and not to the left, because this is level 2, and we're gonna do that first. Level 2 in general is relatively boring, I'd say, for the most part.
It is very luck-based. Normally you'd come in here after level 3, and you'd have very low health. There's no real like trick to this level at all to make it faster, no clips, but enemies in here, they can either kill you really fast, or they'll let you live with a lot of HP. Of course, we want the latter to happen.
So up here you will see yeah, something special with the water. Okay, you didn't see it because I failed it, so I'm going for it again. You can actually hop off the water without going down. I don't really know how this works, but I know that this is pretty fast thing to do. So you always try that when you encounter water. But usually if you go down once, it's faster to just dive through. That was just to show you guys.
Yeah, no one really knows how water hopping works.
No one understands this game. So I don't know, if there are donations, right now is probably the best situation in the whole game.
Yeah. Oh, I guess another thing we could mention is that whenever you knife an enemy in a
Yeah,
single hit, sometimes the enemy can drop something called a mortal wound, which is a little pickup that you can get, which increases your maximum health by 5 permanently. You can get this up to, I think, 4 times, and the effect will stack on itself, and then it will stop. And it also heals you to full. So normally, with a normal route for this game, you're really praying for those drop, because you're going to be really low around this area.
Because of the round changes though, there's one point in this run where you don't want to have too much HP.
Yes.
So I think we're good though. It is a lot HP for this point, but not too much.
Nah.
Let's call it marathon save.
Luckily, we have some guys shooting us over here. This is probably the most dangerous part of level 2 right here, if you're doing the normal route, because there's a lot of enemies everywhere here, and they will shoot you. So coming up here in this cave is actually where the route changes dramatically. He's going to do something you could not do in the original game, something that only works here in the remaster. Breaking that little wall there with tech arrows is not possible on the N64 or original PC version of this game.
I did not even know that.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. You could only do it with a grenade launcher, which you originally get in Stage 4 at its earliest, I think. And you're also going to notice that he skipped an Ultra Health and a Tech Armor as he picked up the minigun. That is for another chick coming up in level 3.
Okay, so now I can get the annoying minimap out of your face again. For some reason I never learned this particular cave. I don't know why myself, but this one cave I can only do with a map. Don't ask me why. Okay, level 2's done. Now into level 3, which would have the best music if we had music on. Is the music off? I just realized.
I just realized that too. We're not going to hear the ruins.
Not with me. Why is the music off? Whatever, we are not having awesome music. This is really sad. It does not make the run worse, but maybe it does.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
A little bit. Actually, I've lost track of how many grenades I have at this point.
You have enough.
I thought so too, but I'm not entirely sure. Right now, we mentioned the quick kill with normal arrows only worked on the wrong enemy there. That's why I got rid of all my tech arrows. This is the guy we originally had to kill, so he would lower those barriers and we can get the auto shotgun, which is a weapon with a lot of DPS.
It works basically the same as this, the regular shotgun. There's literally no difference between them other than the fact that the regular shotgun has much worse shooting speed or fire rate.
Yeah. Okay, 20 HP is a decent number here.
Yeah, it's very good. Ideally, you want to go in here with like less than 10 HP, but then you also risk getting shot by the soldiers, which will ruin this whole thing coming up here.
Yeah, this game, when you go for world record or PB, is very reset heavy because there are many situations where, yeah, you have to save time, but if it does not go perfectly, you are completely ruined immediately.
The party skip there, doing the death warp, includes killing 2 of these big purlins, which is those are the big green guys that shoots fire out of their hands, and also climbing down, or rather, going down a tunnel to a warp pad, which will take him quite far away from where he needs to be. That is another trick we haven't explained yet. How does the jump work that you do?
Yeah, the jump is pretty cool, but also weird. So I don't have to jump off things. I can fall for a little bit and jump afterwards. This lets me get a lot farther compared to just jumping off. And that combined with the strafing allows really crazy jumps. So now we have the actual reason why the route changed just because we're playing on another version now. Can you explain that maybe?
Yes, of course. So during this fight, this guy's called the Long Hunter. He has 3 phases. One where you kill one car, and then another car, and then the boss. So normally what you do here in a run on the right version is you'd grab your knife and you'd backstab these cars and they'd kill them instantly. This was patched completely. There's no way to do it anymore, so we get the minigun in the latest patch to do this strategy, which involves getting the ammo for it and just standing around waiting for them to appear, basically. So normally these 2 cars would be dead within 7 seconds of each other. We're having some bad luck right now with ammo spawn, though.
Yeah.
You can manipulate ammo spawns in this game. If you enter a boss arena and you use only one type of ammo and every other ammo is full, and you also have full HP, you will always get the ammo you need for your gun, regardless of what it is.
For this guy, I'm always trying to go a little to the front and then back to make him do his melee attacks instead of his way stronger ranged attacks, but also dodging them.
Overall, that was a good fight.
Yeah, it's hard to compare when you're used to the quick kill. It's way slower in comparison, but yeah. It went okay. Oh, I gotta go not this way now. It's a little weird to find out which level to go to then.
Yes. So this is the Ruins. Pretty much the shortest level in this game, and also has the best soundtrack.
It has not. Don't worry, he's lying anyways.
But yeah, this level is probably the most mechanic heavy level in the game. It's strictly execution. There's no luck elements to this at all. The jumps he's doing right now are really, or not really, but pretty precise and will kill you if you fail them.
Let me do this slowly.
That is fine. That part is pretty much the most dangerous section of this entire level. Now
Definitely.
It's just execution with some charged arrows, as we call them, and just some strafe running.
What I'm doing right here might also seem weird because I'm just hitting that button and leaving. A reason for that is these are all tech arrows. That's not good. Reason for that is this button. What happened there? I'm gonna try it again. This button lowers the gate where we have to go later. And this gate lowering is so slow that it's actually faster to go there once first, just to press the button and leave again. Also, this entire section is only to get one key. We've mentioned it, the main goal is just get all the keys to, at some point, reach the final level.
Nice little skip right there. The right edge of that wall lacks collision. Now, well, I did mention that this level is the fastest in this category. If you would play this on 100%, where you assemble the Chronoceptor. Oh wow, that's a nasty block. This is actually the longest level because you have to go through an entire different catacomb section.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Awesome sound.
Oh, and there it is. Mortal Wound.
Mortal Wound. Seems to be the second one already.
Oh.
I mean, I'm at 110. I missed the first one as well. Whatever. So another positive point of version 1.4 we are running right now, compared to 1.1, is the sound. You will only get to hear cool sounds and not sound bugs like screaming aliens. That's really... You don't want to hear that.
That was good. Yeah, the sound bugs we're referring to, sometimes when you kill an enemy, their voice will get pitched up or down just randomly in previous versions, and certain enemies make really loud noises when they die.
This is this has been, it was very quick, a 1.4 exclusive glitch, and they actually patched it in on purpose because it was in the original N64 version of the game, where you just kind of clip into the ceiling and can slide down. So I mentioned we have to collect grenades. There's a grenade launcher to shoot them with.
This level used to be the hardest level in the original game for speedrunning purposes, but this next bit right here kind of removes that entire aspect of it being difficult.
Yeah, as soon as I get it, that is.
So normally you have to go down in a lot of tunnels here and just hit a bunch of switches and run around a little maze, but since we have the walk-off jump, as we call it, where he jumps mid-air, he can just skip all of that and hit all the switches immediately. Oh dear.
They like to block me today.
Alright, so we're pretty much at the end of the catacombs right now. Oh, good climb.
Yeah, just as the wall in the first level, whenever you jump onto something you can climb, that is a little... Well, it's not luck-based, but where you actually start off depends on where you hit it, but also in which angle. So it's really hard to humanly manipulate. So it's kinda luck.
So right here is going for a clip, and he got it. That's nice. That's very good to get it that early. That works because the way the game handles clipping, if the character, Turok, is anywhere out of bounds, it will put him back in on any, or the closest ground he can stand on. So it pushes him just downward there. Anyways, this is the Mantis Fight. This is probably the hardest fight in the game. It's very execution heavy. There's no real luck to it. So he's using grenades. This is what he stored all the grenades for, to damage him primarily. And you want to make sure that he hits the main body because if you hit his claws, he'll take less damage. This entire fight is scripted, so once he reaches a certain point, he will start breaking the walls, and that's optimally when you want to kill him. And it's different phases. When he reaches, I think it's 75 and 25% health, he will change color like that, gain a few invincibility frames, and when that happens, he also gains a lot of attack speed, and generally becomes a lot more jumpier. But that was a decent fight. That wasn't too bad at all. It can definitely be a lot worse.
Okay, I'll give you that. We got an achievement, by the way. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now onto Retop Village. I think at the current route, this is the hardest level.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I missed that jump. It's not too much of an issue. Just gonna cost me a little bit of time. It's what I did in 2 jumps there. Can be done in 1 jump. But it's better to jump too late, because too late means you do the backup. If you jump too early, you die. So, it's fine.
Now we're going to be introduced to the enemy that has the loudest death noise in the old versions. If you kill these guys, they have a small chance to, well, shatter your ears by doing a very loud screech, but thankfully in this version we're not going to have that.
Ah, let me in. So this has also been found not too long ago. For some reason, this wall isn't there.
Nah, no collision at all.
You got time for a quick donation?
Of course.
We have $10 from Mr. Monkey.
Oh,
Yo, but is that Mageikk engraved cassé? Mr. Munich here, PogChamp. Good luck on the run, and the Turok community is with you. Well, good night everyone. Don't let the spot beasts bite.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have no idea why I tech arrowed him, but I don't like that guy. He always shoots me.
So you guys might wonder, like, what's the deal with this level? Like, you said it would be the hardest, and we're just running. Trust me, no runner likes this level at all. It has all the bad tricks at the end of the level. At the start here, it's literally just running around and knifing people, hoping you get mortal wounds. Because in the next couple of levels, your health is actually going to matter quite a lot, whether you can go fast or not. But for now, all we do is just run. Literally nothing else to it. Hey Mageikk, what is your favorite level in this game?
My favorite?
In terms of speedrunning.
I guess it's this one.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, speedrunning is about the challenge, isn't it?
I guess that is a valid answer.
That does not mean at all that I'm not afraid of this level for a marathon, but I like it.
All right, coming up, we have what was dubbed the God Jump for the longest time because there was no proper setup for it. He's going to do quite a big sequence break here that saves about 17 seconds right after these purlins right here.
This should be fine.
Very
Yes.
good. Good job.
Whew.
That is the big bad of this level. Doesn't seem that bad when he got it that easily as he did, but trust me, that kills more runs than anything else in this game. That one jump.
Absolutely.
So the jump he just made here, right? You're not really supposed to be able to make that at all. It works, or it doesn't work rather, on the original versions of the game. The layout here is also a bit different if you compare it to the original. That's something also we should have mentioned, that a lot of the levels for this remastered version has actually been reworked. This one is probably the one that has been reworked the most. Most people will remember the thunder noises and the super high pillars rising up and down, but they're completely gone in this version of the game.
Thankfully. We have enough pillars in level 7.
This is true. Something he did there as well at the log gate was, there's two ways you can approach that. He did the little safer way by going to the right side of it. Then you can like jump on a little platform behind it and then strictly to the bridge. The faster way would just to do would be to do a walk-up jump on the left side of it and just jump to the bridge. But that's really risky because there are some invisible walls there you can hit, and if you die, you're back at the god jump.
You don't want that. I don't want that. Another bad thing about dying is it's not just putting you back to the last checkpoint. You lose your backpack. We have not really talked about that thing at all.
Oh yeah.
The backpack, yeah, is pretty important because it increases your maximum ammo capacity for some weapons, not all, and by how much is also different, but you can carry more ammo, and that is really important. For every boss fight? No, not the first one, because you don't have one there, but...
Yeah, for the Mantis, for example, you definitely need to have at least 27 grenades, and you cannot go above 20 grenades without a backpack. So if you die at any given point during or after level 4, you're going to lose a lot of time to that. This trick right here is pretty special. To get to the stone that he just landed on, he needs to do a pretty precise walk-off jump. Normally, you're supposed to kill the Warlock in order to have the stones rise up in the first place. But just being on them, the game thinks that he's dead, and that, you know, Turok is standing on them. He shouldn't be standing on them, so it just puts them up in the air anyway. That's not the first instance of that we will see in this run. And this jump right here that he just did, you cannot make on the original versions of the game because there is an invisible wall there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, you never stop learning.
We got a $10 donation from Anonymous. Greetings from your clan FTS. By the way, is this run Toby save? And best luck.
Thank you very much. And no, it's not Toby safe. It's not safe at all.
There's an alternate strategy you can do here on these pillars called the fast pillars, but it's very, very risky because when the pillars move up and down like that, if you try to jump on them, the pillar can actually eat Turok a little bit, and he'll clip through it, and your jump will disappear, leaving you to fall into the lava completely, so you'll miss the entire cycle. But if you do it, you can skip one big segment of it all. So remember when there were dinosaurs in this game?
Oh yeah. They evolved.
So the game takes quite a turn at this point in terms of what you actually face, and we can no longer use the charged arrows anymore because we're facing robots. It only really works on biological enemies, unfortunately. And the robots are definitely the biggest threat of the run, by far. They can melt you in seconds, even on easy difficulty. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Why do we play this game on easy?
Because you take less damage?
Yeah, there's really all there is to it. Difficulty in this game does not affect bosses at all, their health or their damage. It only affects the speed of enemies, how fast they move, and their rate of fire. So essentially, what happens is if you play this on normal, all the changes is that enemies are more aggressive. There is no other change at all.
So we're now done with level 7 and get to our actual objective, which is just go to level 8. I think we tried a bit but gave up relatively quickly to just get into level 8 without getting keys. Not possible, probably.
Not at all. All right, a little quick story run through of this game. The story, as you can tell, is not presented in the game itself. A lot of it comes from the comics, primarily. But basically, we're after this evil robot man called the Campaigner, who's trying to assemble the Chronoscepter, which is a weapon that is capable of distorting time and space, which is why you're seeing all of these enemies here from different time eras, like robots, humans, dinosaurs, etc. It's all because of that. And we're here to stop him. That's literally the plot of this game, and this is his fortress.
Usually I don't bother too much killing those enemies, but I'm relatively low on HP,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna make an exception here. I can also use some tech arrows. It is just important that I am back at 15 at this point, because as we have mentioned in the first boss fight, you want to have full ammo on those weapons, because otherwise you might get ammo for them and not for the weapon you need.
Overall, this level is very, very straightforward. All you do is just, like level 6 at the start, you just run. The difference in this level is that it has no... Well, that's not true. It has like one section where you can die, but that's only if you're really, really unfortunate, or if, you know, you're making the mistake. It's all execution in this level. However, there is one luck element here at play. He's picking these armors up, obviously to absorb damage, but if he loses them quickly, which is all down to luck, might I add, he's going to have to go for another pickup at the end of the level, because if he's below 100 health entering the second to final boss, he's going to have health spawns when he needs. He definitely needs grenades to spawn in order to do it quickly.
This is probably one of the most annoying sections in this game, where this particular guy is just gonna block your way in 9 out of 9 times, just because he doesn't like you. This is another thing I just learned a couple minutes ago. There's a tech armor you can get there.
So we now have entered this, the very last section of this run. I guess it's Sector 4 or something like that of this place.
Maybe.
Yeah, this place has a few jumps that are a bit tricky, but nothing that kills the run. You just lose a little bit of time if you fail them. This is ultimately the most important part, picking up that fusion cannon right there. If you remember correctly, in level 7, he jumped to a little alcove in a wall and picked up a fusion cannon there. That gives you 2 shots. If he didn't have a backpack, he could not pick this one up, which gives you 3 shots. And that weapon is very essential for killing the second and final boss very quickly. So if he would have had any remaining armor here, he could skip this ultra health down here completely, which would guarantee that he would still have good health for the upcoming boss.
Why is he standing?
He's stuck in the wall. He gets stuck sometimes.
Wow.
All right, guys, are you ready for the coolest boss in video game history? I'm sure you've never seen something as awesome as this. I mean, can you love this anymore? It's a T-Rex, cyborg T-Rex that breathes fire and shoots lasers. What else could you want? So he's gonna fire off the fusion cannon shots immediately, just to get him out of the way, because the way this boss works is if he roars, he's actually invincible throughout the entire period of the roar. So you gotta make sure that the fusion cannon shot does not go on him during that time. And then, after that, he's just gonna mash grenades in his face and hope that a box of grenades spawn in the room.
Good one.
Yup.
And I missed one.
So now he has to actually look for it.
This might actually be faster.
Oh no, he roared. Oh, box of grenades, here we go.
He thinks he's safe when he roars. T-Wrecked.
Achievement unlocked, T-Wrecked. So that was only the second to final boss. We only have the final boss remaining. Do I press this again for time?
I think so.
All right, I'm gonna try.
Just press all the buttons, I mean.
Or maybe it's the green button. I don't know.
Press all the buttons. What can happen? Maybe stream is down.
All right, so for this final boss here, Campaigner is his name. The evil cyborg man we want to stop. We start off by shooting him a lot with rockets. This is to stun him and deal a lot of damage. We're actually gonna hug a lot of damage during this fight. We want to keep him close to us so he doesn't teleport away from us. It is very possible in this fight to accidentally kill yourself.
I am pretty close to doing so.
I'm sure you will be able to. Time is coming up. I'm gonna try pressing this button. There we go.
Whew!
It worked.
I was at like 16 HP or something.
Something like that. Good job. That was a really good run.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Now I believe it's time for new